know.
She's having a fever. She's sunk. She's in the water.
This boy was desperate to save his mother, who was unconscious and sinking into a river. Another one helped the cops by squeezing into a narrow hole to rescue a baby that had fallen inside. Here are some incredible moments when smart kids stepped up and helped officers save lives. Starting with a young boy who called the cops to save his mother from being kidnapped.
It's an emergency. He has a gun.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
There's a guy who came. He's the father of my little brother, and he's trying to my mom.
On June 18, 2023, emergency services received a desperate call.
He has a gun.
Okay. How old are you?
About fast.
Wait,
I'm 12.
Okay. We have everyone on the way. Is this guy inside or outside?
He's outside and he has my mom.
On the other end of the line was a 12-year-old boy, crying as he tried to explain that an armed man had broken into his home and taken his mother by force. That man was 22-year-old Angel Primitivo Garcia. During the invasion, he hit the boy with his gun and dragged his mother outside. Even though he was hurt and terrified, the kid knew he had to act. That's when he grabbed the phone and called the cops. Not only did he ask for help, but he also gave crucial details. He described the man, the car, and the direction he was heading. That information was key in helping the officers.
Control, Air 101, ignore traffic. Got the suspect out of the vehicle, dragging the victim. They're at a roadblock on the bridge at the river on Kelly. Get somebody here, go through. All right, suspect's got his hands up, and victim is walking to deputies now. They got the suspect on his knees, and they have the victim.
Despite trying to escape at high speed, Garcia got stuck at a construction barrier on the Hills Ferry Bridge. With nowhere left to run, he jumped out of the car, still holding the woman, but the cops were already there to put an end to the nightmare. The boy's mother only had a few minor injuries, and despite being attacked, the kid showed incredible bravery. The officers praised him, saying that without his quick thinking and courage, they wouldn't have been able to save his mom so fast. Garcia was arrested and is now facing charges, including kidnapping, assault, and home invasion. In this next case, a young boy risked his own life to save a baby who had fallen into a deep hole. In April 2013, an accident shocked the entire world. It all started when Gabriel, a 3-year-old baby, accidentally fell into a well over 15 meters deep. The space was narrow and dark, making it nearly impossible for rescuers to reach him. With every passing minute, the situation grew worse, and his parents were in complete despair. News of the tragedy spread quickly, and soon firefighters, police officers, and local residents gathered to try and save the child. For nearly 11 hours, countless attempts were made, but none were successful. The tension kept rising. That's when 12-year-old Christian Marian made a decision that would change everything.
Copilul sus, mă! Ia o... Vezi cum asta că se reglează?
Da. Ai emoții. Încălzire? Da.
Strânge-o.
Ce-ai de făcut acolo? Ți s-a zis
Nu
ce
e
trebuie
bine,
să
nu e
faci?
bine,
Da,
trebuie
eu mi s-o spune acolo.
Așa ca să faci...
E strâns asta pe cap.
Realizing that his small body might help him fit into the tight space, he bravely volunteered to help. Christian was carefully secured with ropes before being lowered into the well. Everyone held their breath as he descended into the darkness. Once inside, he managed to reach Gabriel. With incredible care, he held the baby in his arms and signaled for the rescuers to pull them both up. When Christian finally emerged, holding the baby safely in his arms, the crowd erupted into cheers and tears of relief. Gabriel was immediately taken to the hospital for evaluation, while Christian was hailed as a true hero. Coming up, we're going to see this boy who acted like a hero and called a cop to help his mom, who was unconscious and sinking. But before that, let's check out this kid who ran through the streets looking for a cop to save his mom, who was being attacked. On January 28, 2022, the Dayton, Ohio police received a call about a woman whose life was in danger. It all started when, that night, two kids witnessed a terrifying scene inside their home. Their mom was being attacked by her boyfriend, Daniel Ekel, a 38-year-old man, drunk and out of control. But instead of freezing in fear, one of the kids took brave action.
Get off her right now! Get off her! Get off her right now! Drop the Get on the goddamn ground! Get on the ground now! Ground! Ow!
The boy ran off looking for help and found some cops on the way. When the officers arrived at the scene, they found the woman backed into a corner, visibly scared, while the criminal was shouting threateningly. The kids were nearby, trying to protect their mom the best they could, even though they were terrified of what could happen next. The man wasn't cooperating with the officer, so they had to subdue him with a tape to get him away from the woman.
Act like an adult.
Hey, I can't say no. What you doing? Damn.
I haven't heard of her, young lady?
No.
Aside from you, apparently.
He chased my kids off the window, telling them they were dying too.
Hey, there's two kids out here. Grab up the kids.
Come up here, Nick. Come up here.
Actually,
Even after being handcuffed and escorted to the squad car, Ekel still tried to justify himself, claiming it was all just a misunderstanding. But the cops had heard enough. They knew the kids were telling the truth. The officers returned to the apartment to make sure the woman and her kids were okay. The victim confirmed that this wasn't the first time she had been assaulted by her boyfriend, and if it weren't for her son's quick actions, this story could have ended tragically. In the end, Daniel was taken to jail and charged with aggravated assault and kidnapping. What if I told you that a 3-year-old was responsible for saving 2 lives?
Sorry, I just got a baby. Come on. Did mummy and the baby fall down the stairs at the same time?
Yeah.
Can you go up to your mummy for me?
My baby with her.
You're with mummy. Alright, is mummy breathing?
Yeah.
Mummy's breathing, is she?
Yeah.
Alright, my lovely. Bear with me a second, okay? Stay on the phone. I'm not going to hang up the phone, okay? How's the baby?
It's in Mummy's tummy.
The baby's in mummy's tummy. Okay, sweetie. Alright, my darling. That's okay.
The mother, Catherine Thompson, 32 years old, was 7 months pregnant, and a fall like that could have been fatal for both her and the baby. Her daughter Emma was too young to fully understand what had happened, but she knew her mom was hurt and needed help.
Okay, is mummy got her eyes open? Is she talking to you? She's gone back to sleep now. Okay. But Emma, the ambulance is coming, my lovely, so I'm going to stay on the phone with you. Okay, sweetheart, and I want you to watch your mummy and make sure that mummy's breathing, okay? Do you know what that means?
Emma managed to accurately provide the address of their home, allowing an ambulance to be sent right away. When the rescue team arrived, Emma quickly opened the door, and they found Catherine unconscious with a deep cut on her head, but still breathing. She was taken to the hospital, where the doctors decided to perform an emergency C-section to ensure the baby's safety. A few hours later, Catherine woke up and received the news. Her baby was safe, all thanks to the bravery and smarts of little Emma. Coming up, we'll see the story of a boy who was home alone when 2 criminals broke into his house.
Where a brave 11-year-old boy called 911 after 3 men broke into his home. He quietly called that operator while hiding under his bed.
But now, let's check out the story of the boy who saved his mom from a cruel fate. On February 3rd, 2024, Officer Charles Cobb from the West Orange Police Department faced a desperate situation.
What's going on?
She's having a fever. She's sick. She's in the water.
Come on, hop in. I'll bring you over there. Okay, hop in. Shove that over.
The boy, Dwight, who was frantic and gasping for air, explained that his mom, 39-year-old Jonqua Winbush, had had a seizure while driving. But there was a worse detail in this story. The car had gone into a lake after his mom lost control of the vehicle, and she was still inside. Quickly, Officer Cobb realized the urgency of the situation and ran to help. He grabbed a glass-breaking tool from the patrol car and rushed back to try and break the car's window to save the woman at all costs. The problem was that inside the water, every effort had to be doubled. So a simple task like breaking the window took forever. Outside the water, Dwight and his sister kept pleading with the officer not to give up on their mom. After much effort, they finally broke the rear window, but that led to a second problem. The lake's water started flooding the car quickly, causing it to sink even more. The situation seemed completely out of control until a miracle happened.
Get her up here. Get her up on hard, girl.
Jonqua was pulled from the vehicle by a bystander who witnessed the accident and decided to help. But she was unconscious, without a pulse, and not breathing. So, Officer Cobb immediately began performing CPR until the ambulances arrived. She was taken to a local hospital where she spent over 3 weeks in a coma. However, her sister confirmed that thanks to Dwight's efforts and the rescuers, she was able to recover. In this next case, we'll see how these kids had to do something amazing to help the police helicopter. On March 25, 2016, a group of kids were playing in a field when they noticed a police helicopter flying overhead. Shortly after, they saw 2 suspicious men running, as if they were trying to hide. The kids, aged between 6 and 12, quickly understood that the helicopter was tracking the fugitives. Without thinking twice, the kids made a decision that would become crucial in helping the police. They quickly organized themselves and lay down on the ground, forming a giant human arrow, pointing directly into the direction the criminals had fled. The officers saw the message, switched to the helicopter's thermal cameras, and soon spotted 2 men crawling through the vegetation. The kids' quick thinking allowed the police officers searching on the ground to capture the criminals shortly after. In this next case, a child was alone at home when 2 criminals broke in, and he called the police for help.
Are you inside the house?
Yes.
Are you alone inside the house?
Yes.
How old are you?
11.
On the afternoon of June 27, 2023, in Florida, 11-year-old Luis Gutierrez Jr. showed incredible courage and intelligence when facing a dangerous situation. The incident happened around 2:30 p.m. when Luis was home alone. He heard strange noises coming from the back door. When he peeked through the window, he saw 2 unknown men trying to break in. Instead of panicking, Luis reacted in a calm, smart way.
911, where is the emergency? Are you inside the house?
Yes.
Are you alone inside the house?
Yes.
How old are you?
11.
What room are you in? Where?
My room.
In your bedroom? Is the person inside the house?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What does he look like?
Huh?
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Luis ran under his bed, grabbed the phone, and immediately called emergency services. Although he couldn't describe the suspect's appearance, he was able to inform the dispatcher that the men had broken the window and were inside the house. During the call, the dispatcher said, "I don't know if this is real or not," to which Louise quickly responded, "It's real, it's real." The dispatcher advised Louise to stay hidden and keep the line open until the officers arrived. Everything seemed to be under control, but life would require even more bravery from the young boy.
They're outside. I want you to stay on the phone, okay? You gonna go through the window? Hello? The father said it's on the east side.
Yeah, I hear them knocking.
You hear the officers knocking on your window? Go to the window. He's going to the window. You see them? You see the officers?
Can I come out my bed? In my bed?
Yes, come out from underneath your bed and go to the officers at your bedroom window. Can you see them?
I'm coming out.
Okay, you see the officers? Coming out from under the bed.
When the officers arrived, they used a strategy to safely get Louise out of the house. The criminals were arrested before they could escape. In the end, 3 suspects were arrested, 2 inside the house and 1 waiting outside. They were all charged with burglary, grand theft, and possession of burglary tools. Orlando's police chief, Eric Smith, stated that the boys' actions were crucial to the arrest and helped prevent a potential more serious crime. Thanks to his courage, Louise not only ensured his own safety, but also helped keep his home protected.